We know there's less Canadians traveling to the U.S., but there has also been a drop in American tourists coming to Canada that is fueled in part by tariffs. In April of this year, U.S. residents traveling to Canada by plane dropped by 5.5%. Land border crossings also down more than 10%. So a closer look at what this means for our tourism here in Canada. We've brought in Wayne Smith. He's the director of an Institute for Hospitality and Tourism Research at Toronto Metropolitan University. Good to have you here.
Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here.
So what kind of changes are we seeing, first of all, in Canadian tourism?
A couple of things that we're seeing right now is we're seeing a little bit of a drop in the U.S. market, mostly because two reasons. One, the U.S. economy is a little bit dicey at the moment, so people are nervous about traveling and spending a lot of money that they wouldn't normally spend. The second thing that we're seeing is there are some, because of the instability of what's going on entirely, tariffs included, people get nervous if there's instability in the marketplace. Tourism is very much a safety industry, so people need to feel safe both coming and going.
Yeah, because there's some border issues, which is a White House issue, and then there's the cost issue, which comes from tariffs. What are some of the factors that are affecting levels of Canadian tourism here at home?
A couple of things that are affecting, once again, because of the economy being a little bit dicey and people being unsure about jobs, that is changing. We're also seeing increased prices for hotels. So could you imagine, you know, the hotel, well, you're not paying direct tariff in a hotel, the hotel is paying all kinds of tariffs in terms of all their supplies and everything like that. So that's rising prices. So that's causing hotel prices to rise. Airlines are, especially if you're flying to the States right now, it's getting a lot more expensive because there's a lot less flights.
Yes, I know that firsthand. Listen, you've said the issue, though, isn't just about tariffs. You talk about this feeling of safety, and I've never thought of that before, but you're right. People need to feel safe if they're going to go and travel. But there is this level that's been created, so why is that?
Well, it's an uncertainty principle, because when people feel uncertain, they get nervous, they get uneasy. So what we tend to see is trip types change. You tend to go somewhere closer, you tend to take a shorter trip. So we're starting to see some of those trends already where people are only taking a 4-day weekend instead of taking a 2-week trip.
And then the ripple effect of that, of course, is on hotels, restaurants, and who directly would lose because you're not staying there for the same amount of time.
Exactly. And you're also starting to see, because people can work from home, people traveling Monday through Thursday to try and get some cheaper prices. So we're starting to see some different trends as well in the travel industry as well.
Oh, that's very interesting. Is it possible that this could be a positive for Canadian tourism? Like, where would we find the silver lining?
Well, right now, the Conference Board of Canada is projecting about a $9 billion increase in domestic tourism. We're also seeing increased tourism from Europe and Asia at the moment. So
because they're not going to the U.S.
Yes. And so we're starting to see some of that residual coming close, and it'll be interesting to see as the economy goes over the summer how that ends up being.
What are you watching for, Wayne, as somebody who studies this industry and this level of uncertainty and up and down that we're in right now?
Well, I'm watching for a couple different things. I'm watching for consumer confidence and how good they're feeling about traveling. So if people are feeling good about jobs, if they're feeling good about opportunities, travel's going to rise. Travel is one of the best indicators of the economy. It's the first thing people cut when your budget's going down, and it's the first thing to come back when the economy's, starting to rise again because people want to do it. So So when we take a look at how tourism goes, usually tourism's a barometer of what's going to happen next in the economy.
Oh, Wayne, this was a fascinating conversation, and something as we head into summer, which is typically a busy season for tourism, what's going to happen? Thanks for coming in today.
Thank you.
If you like that video, make sure to subscribe to the Your Morning YouTube feed, where you can find all kinds of new content posted every weekday morning.